All right, babies. It's that time again. Oh, yeah. We are in Genesis 33. And yes, I finally got there. And guess what? Nothing happens. Which I'm actually kind of appreciative of. I like that nothing happens. Why? Because usually when something happens, it's not good. In the Old Testament and in Genesis in particular. But in this case, it's just Jacob meeting his brother Esau. And he's fearful that Jacob is going to do something terrible to him because he's coming to him with 300 or 400 men. And Jacob thinks he's going to pay him back for stealing his birthright. But instead, he just hugs him, kisses him, meets his family, and they part ways. And I'm thinking, you know, it just sounded very real to me. And also, you know, Jacob's like saying, well, you know, you can travel with me. And Esau's like, no, my flock needs to rest. And some of them are birthing. It just, I don't know, it just sounded real. And I don't really know what to say about it. But I think that overall the Bible would be a better book if it was more like this chapter. You know, people in real life forgiving each other, living in peace, moving on. Yeah, that would be nice, but that's not what we have. So the other thing I wanted to tell you was Troy Black yesterday. If you haven't seen this guy, you have to see him. And just to give you evidence that I'm not, you know, trying to make money with my broadcasts here and develop this big following for financial reasons, which wouldn't be a bad idea. Just tossing that out there, God, in case you didn't think of it. I know you're busy with other things. He has this gift of prophecy, and he'll often say, you know, God will give him visions, and he'll explain them, you know, what he thinks the interpretation is, or if there might be a fulfillment of a prophecy. He'll discuss that. So he keeps track of all these things, and, you know, he shares them. And then once in a while, he'll give like individual words of knowledge to people who are following him, and sharing their chats on, you know, during his broadcasts. And yesterday, I was so blessed to have witnessed him being used of God to give these lovely words of knowledge to a bunch of people that to me showed two things. One is his tender heart, Troy's, in delivering these messages in a very caring, loving, supportive, genuinely concerned way. And secondly, also showed how lovely God is. Because sometimes, you know, you'll see these things where people have these words of knowledge and they just seem like, you know, they're just spouting something off that may or may not be God and sounds somewhat rehearsed, or at least they've given that same type of message to somebody several times before, and not always in a manner that is humble and loving and serving. This was the opposite of that. It reminded me of a lot of what I've been teaching you guys about what really matters in life is our love of each other and our serving each other and doing everything we can to help each other take our best steps of growth. And Troy Black just epitomized that yesterday. And God was so evident in his actions, in Troy's actions, that it's the very evidence that we need to see each other operating in that gives proof to God's existence and the reality of Jesus as Lord. It was just tremendous. If you can find it, check it out. It was released last night. So the first broadcast would be Wednesday, the 14th of June. You should check that out. Amazing. And as amazing as it is, my point in saying all this to you is that's what we need to be doing for each other. And it shouldn't be occasional, and we shouldn't be surprised when we come across it. We'll always be thankful for the goodness of God and how he shows his generosity to us. But it should characterize our lives, because if we have Jesus living in us, then what else should people be seeing but the beauty and the love of God being manifest? That's it. Just really lovely. Yeah, baby. People are going way too fast. And we are just going to be safe. So I hope all is well with you. Some of you might be wondering if when I'm going to play piano again. Might be tomorrow. Might be tomorrow. I'd say a good chance tomorrow. Love you.